Alright, welcome. Today, I'm doing a cereal tier list. I don't know. I didn't feel like doing any gameplay right now. And if you want more tier list videos and you want me to do some other ideas, I can do it. But right now, we'll just do a cereal tier list cuz I don't yeah, I might make a whole series out of this. I might make a whole series out of just ranking foods or random items. Alright, so first up, we got Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles is a very solid pick. I definitely wouldn't be like, oh yeah, you got Fruity Pebbles. Like I wouldn't go to someone's house and just ask if they had Fruity Pebbles. Um, so I think I'll put a B tier. It's definitely a solid cereal, but I wouldn't ask for it. Just because there are better cereals, I'll put it in B tier. Honeycomb strawberry. I've never had this before. I have no clue what this is. So I'm just gonna put this in D. Not that I don't. It's not that I'm saying it's bad. I'm just don't know where to rank it because I've not had it yet. I'll have to try that. I don't know. Fruit Loops instant S tier. There's nothing to be said about Fruit Loops. They're Fruit Loops. You can't go wrong with Fruit Loops. If you're going wrong with Fruit Loops, that is a problem. It's literally like a top tier cereal. You had this whenever you were young. I know for a fact. Alright, next one. Honey Made S'mores. See, so this is an interesting one. I've had quite a few childhood memories with this one. But I don't want to put it in S tier. But I don't feel like it deserves A tier. But I don't. Do I like it? Do I like it more than Fruity Pebbles? Yes. I do like it more than Fruity Pebbles. Does it deserve S tier? Maybe. Alright, what in the world? Never had this. It's gonna go D tier, because I don't know what it is. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. This is a good one. There's a few flaws with it. They do overload on the cinnamon a bit. So I think we're going to go A tier with this one. I think it's going to be a solid A tier. Honey Bunches of Oats. Honey Roasted. So this one, there's a lot to be said about this one. It really depends on the box. Because if you get a box with like a bunch of the, granola in it, that's an instant S tier. But if you get one that has like nearly none of that, it's almost instantly a C tier. So we're gonna put it B, and I'm gonna put it in between Fruity Pebbles and the S'mores, because I still think I like S'mores more because it's more consistent. Corn Pops. This is my personal opinion. This is the only cereal I ever ate for I think ages like 7 to like 9. This is the only thing I ever ate. Solid choice. So this one, Fiber One, I had this once, and it was because I was trying to go on a diet for like football and stuff, and it was actually very solid. I'm not gonna lie. It was, you put that like on the box, like if you put it with some strawberries, it was actually pretty decent. I said Alphabets, so I've never had these, but I know people that have, and they've said they were okay, so I'm going to put them C tier. Brain Flakes. That sounds interesting. Never had these. I probably should make, like, another, like, ranking system, like another one. It just says, like, I don't know. I probably could. Here, we'll do this. Not had. There. So lowest it can go is C. Not had these before. Trix. Trix. Oh boy, Trix. I might get some interesting opinions on this one. I hate Trix. It's in my opinion one of the worst cereals I've ever had. That's my hot take on this cereal. It's the worst cereal I think I've ever had. I don't know what it is. Everyone else I know likes it. I just don't. So next up we have Honey Kicks. I've not had this one. There's a lot of cereals that I've not had, and I don't know why. So Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. It's an interesting idea, but don't touch my Cheerios. Cheerios are Cheerios. Don't mess with my Cheerios, please. Honey Bunches of Oats Frosted. This one is much more consistent for some reason than this one. So it's going to go above the Honey Roasted. Honey Nut Chex. So, the Chex series in general, I feel like was all mid. The only decent one that deserves at least a high C tier, was the Chocolate Chex. Everything else, I'm going to be honest, deserves C. There's not one Chex that I've had that was actually good other than the chocolate one. Very big hot take. Wheaties, never had these before. Never had Totals. Never had those either. Banana Nut Cheerios, these were fire. I had these and I wanted more, but I went to Kroger, they didn't have them anymore. I almost cried. I had a mental breakdown. These were probably better than the Corn Pops. I didn't think these would be that good. I just got them to try, and it changed my life. Never had those before. That looks like some off-brand cereal. Never had these. Never had these. Never had these. Never had that. So, Golden Crisps, they're a solid pick. You can't go wrong with them. They're a very substantial cereal. They haven't changed their tier. They haven't done much with that cereal, the company. So for that reason, it's probably gonna go top C tier. Like it's good, but not good enough to be low B tier. It's not good enough to be low B tier. Cocoa Pebbles, best Fruity Pebble flavors they've ever had. You can't go wrong with them. I do like them more than Corn Pops. Next up we have Oreos, Oreo-O's. So I tried these. I had them a couple times. They weren't necessarily bad, but they weren't the best. I'm gonna put them in an A tier because it's Oreos. You can't go wrong with Oreos. Never had that. Never had those. Once again, don't be touching my Cheerios. The only okay one was the Oat Crunch. And that's going to go up here. That's going to go above those. Actually, no, it's going to go right here. It's going to go above the Oreos. Just don't touch Cheerios. They're fine the way they are. The Honey Nut Cheerios, once we get to Honey Nut Cheerios, they're going straight to S tier. This was okay. I will put it high. I think it's the best B tier we've had. No, we'll put it right below S'mores. I think I still like S'mores more. I'm gonna be honest. I've never had the Crunch ones. We're gonna put it high. Not had before because it sounds good. Unlike every single one of these other ones. Once again, don't be touching the Cheerios. They don't need to be touched. They're fine. Cocoa Wheats. Never had them. Cookie Crisps. Very good experiences with these. Always consistent, never bad. High A tier. Not highest A tier, but very good. Count Chocula. I think I'm saying that right. I'm probably butchering that name. It's like a cheaper, more affordable, more consistent option than the Cocoa Pebbles, but they're not S tier. I think they go here because I still think the chocolate Cheerios beat it. We still have quite a few to rank. Great Grains, never had those. The Chocolate Toast Crunch. I had a funny experience with this once, and I'm gonna say it anyway. Um, I was at a friend's house, and I asked him, like I'd woken up, I was like, "You got new cereal?" And he was like, he had said to me, "Yeah, I got cereal." And I asked him like what he had. He started listing off like Life. I don't know why. He had like two different Cheerio flavors, and then like I think Fruit Loops. And then I was like, "You got anything else?" I was like, "The only thing that sounded decent was the Fruit Loops." I was like, "You got anything else?" And he's like, "Yeah, I have Chocolate Toast Crunch." I had never heard of that before. I ate it and it changed. Like I'd never. I genuinely didn't think anything could be better than the original, and it was better than the original Cinnamon Toast Crunch in my opinion. Um, the once again the normal churros I've not had, but if it's just like the same, like we'll just put it here. I've not had it. I can't rank it just because of what I think it'll be. French Toast Crunch. I've had this. So imagine a like solid cereal, like a solid full um what's a good thing to compare it to? It's a hard cereal that's like it. There's not like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch like consistency crunch, but it's got like the taste is like a cinnamony honey that's like crunchy, and it's like it's going S tier. It's going, I think we'll go like bottom mid S tier. I liked it a lot. If you've not had it, I highly recommend trying it. I'm trying to be more sparing with the S tier. There's just so many good cereals out there. Um, Never had these. I need to get them. They're limited time though. Mega Stuffed Oreo O's. This is going. I do not care. This is going higher than Fruit Loops. It is the best cereal, in my opinion, conceived by man. They took Oreos and they made it to a cereal, but they made it mega stuffed. I don't think there could be a better cereal. Not had this. Not had any of these. Looks like they're all from like a zoo. I hate these. These are absolute dog. I hate Raisin Brain. Honestly the worst cereal. I have never once woken up and said, "Yo, I want some Raisin Brain right now." That's never happened. Crave. Oh my God, Crave. So every Crave flavor is going straight to S tier, and it's gonna go. All of them are gonna go above Cocoa because they just do chocolate better. I'm gonna be honest. Honey Smacks. Never had those. There's a lot of cereals I've not had that I need to try. Cocoa Crisp. These honestly were kind of terrible. I'll put them high C tier, but they were kind of terrible. They didn't even taste like anything, I'm going to be honest. All-Brain. Never had those. Rice Krispies. Lowest possible C tier. I just don't. They don't taste like anything. And I don't feel like being unhealthy and putting like some sugar in my cereal when it's already sugary, and I don't, so I can taste something. Like I'll put blueberries and strawberries in it. It doesn't really even help all that much. There's just no cereal taste there. Frosted Mini Wheats. Lowest B tier, but a solid pick. Mini Wheats, just like the Honey Bunches of Oats honey roasted, you have to get some with a lot of frosting on them or they're not good. But Mini Wheats are so inconsistent that it's going to have to go B tier. But when they're consistent and when they're good, it goes straight to B tier. It's such a good, solid cereal. Once again, Raisin Brain, it's never been conceived in my brain that I want it. Frosted Flakes Marshmallows. Oh boy, do I have an opinion on this. So, they took an already S tier cereal and they put marshmallows in it. there's nothing else that needs to be said. Mini Wheat Little Bites. Once again, it's just like a chocolate edition. I don't think I liked it. I do like it more than Cocoa Crisps and all these other ones, but I don't know. I genuinely just don't think I liked it. Once again, Raisin Brain going straight to C tier. It's not good. It's just not enjoyable. Lucky Charms. This is the chocolate. Why do they gotta make everything chocolate? I think it's gonna. We haven't put one in B tier in a while. I think it's gonna go highest B tier. Actually, no. It's gonna go mid A tier. Cause Lucky Charms is already. Lucky Charms alone is an S tier, but they made it worse adding chocolate because it was good because it didn't have chocolate in it. It was like the only one that was like, you know what? We're gonna make a good cereal, and we're not gonna put chocolate in it. Like literally every other company does. Frosted Crisps, like these were actually decent. I'm gonna put highest C tier. These were actually good. The only good Rice Krispie cereal that they've ever had. They've never made anything better. This was their peak. This company's peak. And it really wasn't even that high. I don't know why they just felt like they just needed to keep going with the Rice Krispie cereal. But they did. Regular mini wheats. It's gonna go bottom S tier. Because every other mini wheats, when it's not consistent, it's terrible. But whenever these are inconsistent, they're still good. But when they're consistent with the frosting, they're amazing. So they're gonna have to go S tier, in my opinion. A lot of people hate on mini wheats, but they're even a healthy option. That's what makes them good too. They're a healthy, good option to pick. Frosted Honey Nut Flakes. I've never had these. I need to try those. Never had these Lucky Charms. Once again, Raisin Brain going straight to C tier. They ruined the Fruit Loops Tropical. I saw they made a tropical version, and it's awful. Probably worse than Raisin Brain, I'm not gonna lie. It was honestly worse than Raisin Brain. Cookies and Cream Krispies. I can't say I've had them, but I have. I had one spoonful of them, and I didn't like them. I'll put them in not had before, but I'll put them in like mid. I liked it, but I didn't at the same time. Apple Jacks cinnamon. A worse version of apple cinnamon Cheerios. So we're gonna put it right below that. Corn Flakes, just a plain cereal. I'm gonna put it low B tier. You can't go wrong with that. Healthy, good decision. Can't go wrong with it. Doesn't taste bad. Doesn't taste good. So this Crave is an interesting one. It's honestly, the reason I didn't put, this is the only one I won't put in S tier. It's genuinely not that good. We're gonna put it here though. We're gonna put it here. It's definitely worthy of A tier though. Not even S tier. See, these are the best of the best cereals. The only one that's like a little controversial is this banana nut, but it was actually insane. I'm not gonna lie. Next up we have these frosted mini wheats blueberry. I not had these. I've never had honeycombs. S tier. I need to move these S tiers around. There we go. There we go. That works. That's better. We'll go there. Yeah, better right there. That's perfect S tier. These Lucky Charms, I had these when I was like 5. I thought these were so cool. Just because of childhood memories, I'm gonna have to put them middle, like right close to middle, like one above middle, A tier. Just because of childhood memories, I thought these were so cool because it changed the color of my milk to green. I'm so done with these Raisin Brains. They're not good. Lucky Charms honey. I'm gonna put this mid B tier, like middle B tier. These Lucky Charms, basically the same thing as these. They just changed around like where you could get a toy. It's gonna go bottom C tier. Nothing to be said about this. Literally the same thing as this, but it like a toy. So I don't want to put two of these in A tier, you know. Once again, another terrible Raisin Brain. Once again, another company trying to make their original chocolate. It doesn't work out. It never does. I do like cornflakes more than it. I do. I really do. It's because every company ruins it with chocolate for me. They're like, oh, we have a successful brand. Let's make it chocolate. Like, why? It was already a good one to begin with. And then after this one, I've not had any of these other ones, I'm going to be honest. Other than the Honey Nut Cheerios. Everything else I've not had. So we'll go ahead and rank Lucky Charms. Obviously, it's going to go top S tier. It's the best cereal possible. Everything else, I don't think I've literally ever had. I'm just going to throw it in there. Yeah, I've never had any of these. I tried them. I didn't really, like, eat them, though. I didn't really have those. Life. There's so many I need to try. No. The Honey Nut Cheerios. Right there. I've actually not had this, that Cheerio flavor. Where'd it go? Right there. I've not had it. I've heard it's okay. I've not had it, though. Everything else, not had. There's so many I've just not had. I have had these two, though. This one was definitely a solid middle B tier, in my opinion. And then this is obviously got to go, like, right below the Oreo O's. And then the Fruit Loops got to come up. They got to come up. There we go. Definitely not better than these, though. Perfect. And then everything else, just not had. I'm going to just throw these all in here. Quite a lot I've not had, so. I've heard the mashup with, like, these two was so good. I've just never had them. Alright, these are the final standings. These are the ones I've not had. These are the ones I ranked C, B, A, and S. I hope you enjoyed. Kind of just something different. I was going to turn this into a short. Couldn't figure it out. But if you want some more rankings on some other things, like video games or something, let me know. Just like, subscribe, blow this video up on the channel, and I'll know that we need to do more of these. I'll know that these are definitely something that I can do. Any suggestions for what I should do for them? Let me know. I'll see y'all. Hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day and or night. See ya.